let's just call out one thing I noticed today. I went on the YSL site, and this bag now for this style, so the black with the matte black hardware, is $18. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is the long-awaited review of my YSL Kate bag in the small size. You all have heard so much about this bag that I'm like, I gotta do a dedicated video now because I've ranted and raved about this bag, and I know you all want to hear more details as to why I feel so strongly, why I'm so in love with this handbag. So let's just call out one thing I noticed today. I went on the YSL site, and this bag now for this style, so the black with the matte black hardware, is $18.50. I had not caught that, and it could have just changed recently, but it's $100 more. So I know I've been screaming $17.50 down your ear, and it may be still $17.50 for like all the other options with like gold hardware. It could be just the matte black that's causing it to be $18.50 now. Not 100% sure, but it's $18.50 now. So that's something just to call out about this bag. Now, one of the main reasons I love this handbag is because number one, it's small. So it's really perfect for a lot of scenarios. This does have the grained leather, and I have just talked so much about the YSL grained leather. It is amazing. I mean, for the amount of times that I have carried this bag, it's not a scratch, a bump, a lump, nothing anywhere. And to me, that just speaks to the quality of the handbag. In my last my video where I talked about my top 5 bags, I did like a big old rant about YSL, like, oh, you know, people say they're not that great of a resale and all of this jazz. But to me, they should be, because the quality, I mean, literally, I've had this bag now for over 2 years, and it doesn't look like it. It truly does not look like it. So in my opinion, they should be worth the money to sell it at, you know what I mean, close to the price that I paid it for. But hey, I'm not going to argue with anyone about that. I think this is a great piece, and that's really all that matters. It's about what I prefer. YSL is a brand that I prefer. Now, the small size sometimes makes you think, okay, it's not going to fit anything. I will say I had looked at this bag years ago, and it was smaller than this. The small was not this size before. The small before could not fit like a smartphone. It just could not fit it. So if we're just being honest, YSL revamped this bag and made it to where, yes, it's small, but small enough to still hold most cell phones and most of your essentials, which I can appreciate that, because as someone that loves mini bags, I still want to carry my essentials. I still want to feel like I can have these items in my bag and it not be an issue. Obviously, anything extra, no big deal, but all of my main essentials, I needed to fit. Granted, I will say with phones, we are always on our phones, guys. Like, folks are always on their phones. So if the bag cannot fit the phone, that's not always a deal breaker for me. It just depends on what I have in my collection. If I have too many bags like that in my collection, then I wouldn't go find more. But if I have 1 or 2 bags in my collection that I just love, they just don't fit my phone, that's cool. But once it gets excessive, then it's like, well, you got all this stuff, but you got these little bitty bags. So you have to just kind of even it out. But I don't have too many bags that can't fit my phone, and I'm happy about that. This one absolutely does. Now, I have the iPhone XS. Is that what it's called? Yeah. And I have the smaller one. So I don't have the Pro, the Max, or whatever the big ones are called. I personally do not like big phones anymore. So getting a phone that's like, you need 2 hands to hold it almost. I don't like phones that big anymore. I like smaller phones. If I need to do something that requires a larger screen, I'll get on my laptop, or I'll get on TV or the TV and do it, you know? So that's just my preference. But yeah, so let's just talk about the chain strap. This does have a 56 centimeter drop. I would say for me, that's kind of around that 21, 22 inch strap length. And to me, this is perfect. Even before I began to really lose weight, I was still able to wear this bag crossbody. So if you are a bit plus size in that like 14, 16 range, you'll be totally fine to still wear this crossbody. I don't typically wear it crossbody. I typically wear this bag on my shoulder, or I go ahead and double up the strap. And I'm just gonna show you what that looks like. I double up the strap like this. I've always preferred this like dainty look to a handbag. So to me, wearing it like this is definitely a fave of mine. I love all the little details on this bag. So right around these little like circular pieces here, it says Saint Laurent. Like that to me is just a great detail. Not a big deal. And because it's in black on a black piece, it's hard to notice it. But that detail to me just stands out about this bag. When I open it up, you can see right there, it has that little Saint Laurent Paris here. And then it does have one little like slot pocket here. It's pretty tight, but it could be because I never really opened this. But I would say you can slide money, receipts, and a couple of cards back there. Size wise, it's, you know, again, it's small and the inside is black. So you will have enough room for your essentials. And I'm gonna show you like what fits inside. But again, if you stuff the bag, and this does have a magnetic closure also, just want to call that out. If you stuff it, then on the side here, it's going to look a bit crazy, okay? So don't stuff it. Don't stuff it. Put what you need to put in here, and then anything else, leave it at home. Leave it at home. So what I'm going to do first, now I'm recording with my phone today. This video I'm recording with my phone, so I won't be able to stick my phone in, but I'm going to stick in everything else I normally would. This is my key holder, my coin holder, my card holder, and then I'm gonna just drop in a lip gloss. And then we definitely could add in a mask and then sanitizer, and then my phone could just go right in front of all of this stuff. Now, once I close this here, and it like I said, it has that magnetic closure, you see it's popping a little bit. You see it's stretching. So what I would actually take out of this bag is this coin holder. I would leave this for the day. Leave this out. And now it's coming back. So let me just move it. Okay, there we go. Now you see it's back to normal from a sizing standpoint. So keep that in mind with what you're putting in here. Now, sometimes when I'm carrying this bag, my husband is driving, so I may not even have my keys. So I can pull the keys out, put my coin holder back in, go ahead and grab my little powder foundation because I may need that. And then, you know, slide my phone in lastly, and then that's it. Like, that's it. And again, depending on how you position everything will determine how it's gonna look on the sides. But as long as you position, as long as you position everything nicely on the inside, it should be fine. And I'm gonna go ahead and take these items out just so you can see that inside one more time. Now, I believe you can get like organizers for these bags. I've never thought to do that because like I said, I just put my essentials in there. But if you are someone that's like, I wouldn't mind having, you know, somewhere to just, you know, easily align everything in one little spot, you certainly can. Now, to make a little extra room, what you could do is just take out your cards and maybe go without a card holder that day. So I'm gonna just slide the cards in that slot back there. I'm gonna place this Fenty Beauty powder in there. I am gonna put my key holder back in there as well. And a lot of it has to do with you strategically placing the items in there right. So if you're placing them any kind of way, then it's not gonna work out so well for you. So just so you can see that, that's the key holder, my powder foundation, my cards are back there. And then all I have to do is add in my phone, a mask, and maybe like a little itty bitty sanitizer. So just for that purpose, let me just add another lippy in. And you see here, it's perfect. It closes just fine. You're not having to like force it to close. It's great. It's really great. And again, I know everyone is like, it's still just so small. It's small, but it definitely packs a punch. All right. So the next thing I just want to call out as far as the bag is just talk about cons, if any. So for me personally, I have not really found a true con with this bag. A con for me normally would just be, You know, it scratches easily, but as you can see, there's nothing here. So from a wear and tear standpoint, this bag looks absolutely great. So I don't really have anything to call out there. Really, the only con I could think of is the fact that it's just a small handbag. That's the only con. I mean, the strap looks amazing. Nothing's chipping or anything like that. So that's really the only thing I could think of is the size. If you feel like this size is just a hair too small for you, they do have a medium size. One of the reasons why I wasn't too sold on the medium size is because the medium size comes with a much shorter strap. Now, YSL may have changed something, and that may not be the case any longer, but at the time when I was looking at this bag, so in 2018, 2019, the strap was just extremely short on the medium and I could not wear it crossbody. I was bigger in size then, but even then I just felt like the strap was really, really short. So that was one of the reasons why I wasn't a big fan of the medium, and I'm still not. I think the small size is absolutely perfect. Like I said, when you're thinking about going out to the club, hanging out with your girls, going on a date night, this is the perfect bag. Does it make a great everyday bag? Probably not, just because of the size. Everyday bags, typically you're gonna carry a bigger wallet. You may have a cosmetic case, keys, you know, several different cards you wanna carry, maybe a coin holder, maybe a card holder, all of those things. So from an everyday bag standpoint, I wouldn't say this is the best everyday bag for you, but if you're someone that goes out a ton and you like to hang out, you don't wanna have to lug around this big old bag, the YSL Kate would be a great option. I'm gonna definitely link some of my other videos where I spoke on this handbag so you guys can check that out, because really, I've just talked so much about it that I feel like there's not a ton left to say. Just know that this is the top handbag in my collection. I absolutely love it, and to me, it is irreplaceable. With that being said, thank you all so much for all your love, all of your support. Please do not forget to like this video, comment down below a small bag that you love. Maybe one that I don't have, but tell me a small handbag in your collection that doesn't fit a ton that you love most. Share this video and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you all in the next one.